Arsenal against Liverpool. This is probably one of the first times I'm going into this fixture thinking we could genuinely demolish them. This could be a battering. This could be embarrassing. Look away, Liverpool fans. Arsenal could genuinely do something very naughty against Liverpool tomorrow. In this video, we are going to be proving it. We're going to be giving our predicted lineups, a combined 11, a match prediction, a little match thoughts before that as well. But before we do that, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 12,500 subscribers. It'll be very much appreciated. If we can get 90 likes on this video, it gets to push down the algorithm. It's supposed to, but every time you hit the like button, it shows it to a new subscriber. So see that as helping me out. As I mentioned before, this is our time to get our lick back against Liverpool. Every single season before this, when they were in their prime and we were in our banter era, they'd be slapping us 4-1, 5-0, 5-1, all of these crazy results. Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino, Diego Jota, rest in peace, Sadio Mane. These guys would absolutely violate us week in, week out. But this week, tomorrow is the day for revenge. It's the day for recompense against Liverpool. And I'm telling you right now, Arsenal going into this game with strong form. Liverpool have been absolutely terrible. They're missing so many key players. The likes of Mohamed Salah, who's in AFCON. Ekitike might not play that game. They're missing so many crucial players. Isak's injured. I can genuinely see Arsenal getting a ridiculous result. We've only lost 2 games this season. And that's against Aston Villa and Liverpool. We've already got our get back against Aston Villa 4-1. Liverpool, you're next. Arteta did a press conference giving us updates on the team. It seems like Calafiori and Mascherano are still out and won't feature against Liverpool, but both have gone through their last stage of rehab, which means they could be coming very soon. And honestly, I wouldn't rush them. I think Hincapié can do a really solid job. Whoever else we play there, Miles Lewis-Skelly, they can cover for Calafiori. Of course, Calafiori is our best left back and it is a really big miss. But I think we can survive against Liverpool with the likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly. Like I said, we signed brilliant depth. So I think they should be able to step in, get the result. Just give me a good performance. I'm not asking for anything more. Apparently, Kai Havertz has trained this morning. Arsenal are continuing to monitor his load, and Arteta hopes he will be available for tomorrow. Kai Havertz coming back is like a brand new signing. You see how Manchester City signed Semenyo? That's how I'm looking at Kai Havertz right now. This guy has a serious part to play for Arsenal going into the second half of the season. We all know Gyökeres hasn't really been hitting it. Gabriel Jesus has come back, but we all know he does tend to be injury prone. Kai Havertz can really come in and give us that solidarity that he gives us, the overall play, the link up, the all-rounder. He's a 6'4" target man / number 10 / goal scorer. He can do everything on a football pitch, and Kai Havertz coming back is so important, especially for these big games. We need to rise to the occasion, and we need some of our most clutch players, and Kai Havertz fits into that category of most clutch players. It seems that Mikel Arteta is very excited for the Liverpool game and says Arsenal has a point to prove against the champions, and that's an absolute facts. Tomorrow is our opportunity to make a statement against Liverpool. These guys have been terrible all season. If we can genuinely put them in their place, I'm talking a little 3-0, 4-1 battering, that would genuinely shake everyone in the Premier League right now. And if we can get the result, if we put out the correct lineups, if we can genuinely showcase that the Emirates is a fortress, I don't see why not. We actually got some really big news regarding the atmosphere. Apparently, the Emirates is set to erupt. We are going to bring out a brand new tifo for this Liverpool game. I'm telling you right now, if it's as good as the one we produced here, this will be a legendary moment. And honestly, I like this new Arsenal, this more fearsome Arsenal. Teams coming to the stadium, they know that the Emirates shouldn't be an easy place to come to, and these tifos will just rile up the fans. It will get the atmosphere bumping up, and we all know if we get the atmosphere cooking, the players will start cooking. If the players start cooking, Liverpool will get cooked. I mean, when you take a look at the recent form, Arsenal are almost on a generational run at the moment, and Liverpool have drawn their last 2 games against teams you could say they should have won against. Leeds at home and Fulham away to that last minute banger, to be honest with you. But I feel like they still got dominated by Fulham. Liverpool are not a strong side at the moment, and if Arsenal can get a serious result, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Arne Slot get sacked next. We've been seeing managers get sacked left, right and centre. Enzo Maresca, Ruben Amorim. Could Arne Slot be next, and could Arteta be the one to execute him? This is what the predicted lineups are looking like going into the game for Arsenal. David Raya in goal, Hincapié left back coming in for Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, Timber, with the midfield of Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Ødegaard. I completely agree with the team so far. Saliba. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Miles Lewis-Skelly come in at left back just to dominate that midfield a little bit more. And then you got the front line of Leandro Trossard, Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka. Of course, we still keep Bukayo Saka in this team. Some people say he's had a really bad season, but I just think that's just false. People look at goals and assists. Yeah, his goals and assists have been terrible. But in terms of his performances, I don't think Saka's even been that bad. I think people overreact. They're just looking at his stats, his numbers, thinking, yeah, you know what? He's having a bad season. I just don't think that's the case. With Leandro Trossard, it's a toss-up between him and Martinelli. I think Martinelli thrives against Liverpool, but Leandro Trossard's form, you just can't drop the guy. And I'd rather have Martinelli come off the bench against tired legs. I feel like he can really punish this Liverpool side. And Victor Gyökeres, this one's a really controversial one as well. He hasn't been bagging for Arsenal, but we're seeing a record where apparently Arsenal win games when Gyökeres is up top. So if we're winning games with Gyökeres up top, something he's doing is right. And the one standout quality with Victor Gyökeres is he can occupy the likes of Konate, the likes of Van Dijk, giving space to Bukayo Saka, giving space to the likes of Zubimendi, Ødegaard, Trossard, Declan Rice to really attack those spaces left behind. Because Victor Gyökeres is too busy scrapping the defenders, I could see him start this game. Although Gabriel Jesus comes in a really good shout, I don't think Kai Havertz would start this game. And this is a game for Declan Rice. I feel like Declan Rice can absolutely run this midfield. Against Liverpool, this is where he can just cement himself in this Arsenal history. If he can still continue this generational run that he's on by battering this Liverpool side, by battering that midfield of Liverpool with Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, there's going to be some uncomfortable conversations coming out after this game. Now, moving on to one of my favourite parts of these match previews, we are going to be doing an Arsenal-Liverpool combined 11, and starting in goal, David Raya or Alisson, and we're basing it off availability. We're basing it off current form for the last 18 months or so. And for me, it's so easy. David Raya has been the best keeper in the world this season. Easily goes in over Alisson. A lot of people would say Alisson because overall his career has been unbelievable. But I'm talking now. David Raya is easily better than Alisson. We go straight into right back position. I think this one's easy as well. I think Jurrien Timber beats both Conor Bradley and Jeremy Frimpong if you are to play him there as well. Jurrien Timber has been unbelievable for Arsenal this season, and he easily holds his spot there. In the two centre-back positions, this is where it gets a bit interesting. I think Saliba goes in easily over Konate, because I don't think Konate has been great at all, and I think Saliba's actually gone under the radar. He's been unbelievable for Arsenal this season, especially when Gabriel was gone. Who stepped in? Who clutched up? Right, it's William Saliba coming in with really important tackles. The game against Aston Villa, that challenge on Watkins, and all the other games. Saliba's coming in clutch, and a lot of people are putting him under the radar because he does so many world-class actions every single 90 minutes. He's become normalized. What he does isn't normal, but Saliba goes in over Konate easily. And if we're comparing Gabriel and Van Dijk over the last 18 months, this one gets a bit interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's Gabriel. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I think it has to be Gabriel when it comes to the goals that he's been scoring, him just coming back from injury and instantly making impact, scoring 2 goals, the winner, everything about him. He's just top quality, man. And I think Van Dijk this season hasn't been at his greatest. We've actually seen him get exposed a little bit. I haven't seen Gabriel get exposed too much, although he did make that mistake against Bournemouth. I think he's been unbelievable for Arsenal, not just defensively, but goal scoring wise as well. I think Van Dijk has a lot to catch up with on Gabriel in that aspect. So Arsenal take 4 out of 4 so far, which is pretty insane. Now this one, it gets a bit interesting. If Calafiori was available, Calafiori goes in straight away. But now we're comparing Hincapié and Andy Robertson, and I don't think Robertson's been good at all this season. And I think Hincapié, he's been decent. Nothing amazing, but I think it should be Hincapié, right? Because he's been starting week in, week out. Arsenal's defense still looks solid. Andy Robertson, he looks washed now, man. They need to really move on from him. Kerkez, he's been terrible. I think Hincapié goes in easily. In that number 6 one, now this one's really difficult as well. Gravenberch has been one of the shining lights of this Liverpool side. He's been really good. But so was Martin Zubimendi. I think Zubimendi's been unbelievable for Arsenal this season. He's changed this Arsenal midfield when it comes to dictating the tempo, when it comes to controlling the game, when it comes to even breaking up play. He's got that in his bag. When it comes to his creative bag, getting assists, getting the goals, he's got that in his bag as well. So I'm actually going to go with Martin Zubimendi. Although if we were basing it off last season, I think I'd go Gravenberch. But this season, Martin Zubimendi has been exceptional for Arsenal. Going into this midfield, I think Declan Rice is easy. He's probably been the best midfielder in the world so far. Declan Rice has been absolutely world class. He's having a generational season. If Arsenal do go on to win the Premier League, if we somehow win the Champions League, if he ends up winning the World Cup with England, this guy has Ballon d'Or shout, so he easily goes into this team. He's revolutionized that number 8 role, and honestly, I can't wait to see where he takes his game next, because I think his ceiling is endless, bro. There's still a few things in his game where if he starts adding it to his bag, he's going to be a very scary player. He's going to be in a very uncomfortable conversation. So Declan Rice easily goes in. Arsenal are clean sweeping this Liverpool team right now. This is actually insane. In this number 10 role, we're going to go with Szoboszlai or Ødegaard. Ødegaard has been unbelievable, man. His creative, but recently he's been really stepping up for Arsenal. He's been getting the goals, getting the assists, controlling the game. Szoboszlai has been the only good player in Liverpool, and I feel bad not putting any Liverpool players in. I think Ødegaard, if we're talking the last 2 or 3, 4 games, it's Ødegaard. If we're talking past 18 months, I think it has to be Dominic Szoboszlai. Let me see if I can spell his name right. Yeah, there we go. Dominic Szoboszlai, I think he goes in. He's been one of Liverpool's only good players. Honestly, performs week in, week out. I actually feel sorry for him at this point. But Dominic Szoboszlai goes in. Right wing, I think it's going to have to be Frimpong versus Bukayo Saka. Regardless, it's Bukayo Saka because Salah's gone AFCON. Saka's been really good this season. A lot of people are putting his performances under the radar because he's not getting goals and assists. But Saka, in terms of his actual performance throughout the 90 minutes, he's causing problems, he's creating chances, he's making things happen. His shooting bag has declined a little bit, his goal scoring bag has declined a little bit, but I'm not too worried. I feel like he'll get his GA back up. I think this is the perfect game to do that as well. He loves a goal against Liverpool, so I am going with Bukayo Saka as the right winger. Left wing, Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo, it's Leandro Trossard, right? I know, again, he's been probably Arsenal's best attacker this season. He's got the goals and assists to back up. His performances have been unbelievable. He's coming in clutch. He's performing week in, week out consistently. It has to be Leandro Trossard. I think he's our top goal scorer as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's our top goal scorer in the Premier League. He's been brilliant for Arsenal this season. Cody Gakpo, he has not been at it for Liverpool this season. Florian Wirtz, he's starting to pick his game up a bit recently, but he's out of here, man. He went like double 20 or something like that. It's actually insane. Leandro Trossard goes into the team. And in striker, this is a bit interesting because Ekitike is unavailable. It seems that Ekitike isn't going to be fit for the Arsenal game. Alexander Isak is injured with an ACL or a broken leg. Who do they have up front? Cody Gakpo? No. So we are going to go with the boy Victor Gyökeres, which is actually insane. Arsenal take 10 out of the 11 players and they get Dominic Szoboszlai, and even that one's close because Ødegaard's been really good this season. Let me know down below in the comments if I've been delusional here, because I don't think I have been. I think I've been quite reasonable with all my picks. I gave valid reasons for all of them. Liverpool have been terrible this season. We've got like a 10-15 point gap on them. It makes sense. Let me know down below in the comments if you would make any changes to his combined 11, whether you'd have Van Dijk in, whether you had, I don't know, Cody Gakpo or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments if you agree with this team. Now, moving on to the final section of this video, my match prediction, what I think the scoreline is going to be for the game against Liverpool. Arsenal vs Liverpool at the Emirates. Arsenal have almost a fully fit squad except for Calafiori and Mosquera. Liverpool, they're missing quite a lot of players. Ekitike is missing, Isak's missing, Mohamed Salah's missing. All their players are out of form right now. They're struggling to get wins. They just came off a draw, conceding in the 90th minute against Fulham. Draw against Leeds. Arsenal are in insane form right now. We want our get back. You know what? I'm just gonna put the balls on the table, lads. I'm saying Arsenal win 3-0. 3-0 or 4-1. I genuinely think the players are going to step out there and try and make a statement. They're going to try and put out a result. Bro, if we genuinely smoke Liverpool like differently for all the karma and revenge from the previous seasons, this will genuinely make my season. And I feel like if we do get a real big result against them, we can go on the rest of the season just absolutely whitewashing teams because it will give us that confidence. But this is a statement game. Let's get a statement performance out and batter these scum.